you beautiful, awesome people, and welcome back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution! And this will be the last episode for this month before the series does go on hiatus due to Pokemon Sword and Shield, and we'll make a return in December for a short little moment because I've made the decision to finish GX, which I have been talking about, but then we'll finish it off with Reigns, and then after that we'll actually be taking a bit of a hiatus from Legacy of the Duelist and moving on to Duelist of the Roses. Now, the main reason for this is because I'm getting to a point of extreme burnout with this game. Between this episode and the previous episode, I actually spent 3 days trying to grind out the last booster pack. Unfortunately, I had really bad RNG. I'd used out nearly 300,000 DP just trying to get all of the cards needed out of that pack. And I'd realised by that point just how burnt out I am on this game. I actually went to try and record this yesterday just so I can get out early for the channel members, which if you hit the join button below, you can actually get early access to not only this series, but all the other series on my channel. And at a certain tier 2, you get access to the entire series early if I do like bulk recordings and all that. So I thought I'd mention that because I actually have not mentioned like channel member perks at all in any of my videos. I don't think I've ever mentioned I've got members either. So yeah, Duelist of the Roses, it is Yu-Gi-Oh! Themed. It's more like dungeon dice monsters from the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters combined with the deck masters from Season 3 Virtual World. And you kind of play like chess a little bit. As I said, it's got the dungeon dice but without the dice element to it. And the whole shtick I'm trying to do with that series will probably be kind of speedrunning-esque kind of approach to it, where I'll try to beat most of the game, which is, it's got 2 sides of the story. You play like one side of the kingdom, which is the red roses, and you go to the white roses after that, or however you want to play. And I'm going to try and beat most of the game with the actual starter deck, and then for post-game stuff, I'll try and do like theme decks and all that. It's kind of similar to how I was doing it with Legacy of Duelist. And then when Duelist of the Roses is done, we'll actually return back to Legacy of the Duelist and then do Arc 5, 5Ds, Zexal and Arc 5 to finish off the entire series. And hopefully, or just hopefully when I do return back to the series, Konami have done their job and updated this game to have like the rest of Reigns and not as many crashes. I lost count how many times my game crashed while I was DP grinding as well. So yeah, that's basically what's going on with this series. As I said, this is going to be the last one for this month with Sword and Shield coming out next week, so all series will be at a halt at that point. And then this will return on the first week of December, whatever that lands on, so I'm not sure how that's going to plan out schedule-wise. And then we'll just continue on with the last couple episodes and then move on to a brand new Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. Anyways, that's enough of the long-winded explanation of what's going on. What are we doing in this particular episode? We are doing the last little bit of the campaign for Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. We have Darkness Returns and the final duel, which, yeah, it's up against Yugi. So this is Season 4 that was never released in the English dub. So when you did Jaden versus Yubel and the whole super polarization, fusing Yubel and Jaden together and preventing all of the universes from being fused together, that's where it kind of ended, and it was a very ambiguous, what the hell happened there? Is Jaden still alive? What the hell happened to Yubel? Everyone's back at the Jewel Academy. What happened? Yeah, as I said, if you weren't aware that the Season 4 was Japanese only or never watched it because it was never dubbed, it kind of made no sense. The other thing I'm really disappointed about too is the lack of duels from Season 4. Season 4 has some, while I would say they're not up there as like, you know, game-changing or plot-twisting duels or not anything like that, but they were very, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't explain things today, which is terrible. They were detrimental to the character's development. You had Chaz with his duels trying to learn how to be a pro duelist from Asta Phoenix. He learned there wasn't as just having like a really good deck and all that. It was all these other things that he had to be good with, like being with time management, just organization skills, multitasking, having to do all these different things to be a pro duelist. It just wasn't about the duels. There was all these other things he had to do with us. He had Asuka as well with her confidence. She wanted to become a teacher and she wasn't really sure if she had what it took to be a teacher. So there was all that going on. He had Jaden trying to remember, oh wait, no, I won't say that because this will actually get covered in this little bit of the campaign. Who else was there? There was little Cyrus, who wanted to be a pro duelist as well, who followed in, actually continued the legacy of his brother, I do believe. I think that's what it was. Cyrus had like a couple of good duels in the end. He had the Psychic Duelist and the Cyber Duelist, which was Cyrus at the end. Psychic Duelist was Jinzo, so Jinzo and the Cyber Dragons were like mortal enemies, and that duel was actually really interesting. I'm actually very sad that didn't make it into this. Even if it was like a once-off character, that duel alone was very detrimental to Cyrus's growth completely, because after that I think Cyrus was a completely different duelist. Anyways, I dribble on quite an awful lot there. Let's get on with this. After reuniting with Yubel, Jaden contemplated what to do next. Just then, a darkness crept over the world, causing everyone but Jaden to vanish. Oh god, there's so many things that happened in between that. Oh my lord, you had like... Hold on, what was his name? Oh god, I forgot his name. No, it wasn't Truman, was it? Oh, it was like these black men, and he was like a reoccurring character in season 4. If anything, I could have done some seasonal duels off of him, actually. There were some really close duels, and every time Jaden encountered this person, he always managed to evolve in a way and become a bit more of a bigger threat. And I think at one point, he did nearly beat Jaden, or he did beat Jaden, I can't remember, with Meteor Black Dragon. And then he also had an encounter with Axel as well, and did a whole big backstory with Axel and why he's the way that he is, and that duel was really good. It was a good psychological warfare. You also had Sartorius come back in a way and really give Jaden a bit of pummeling there and make Jaden really think. It was actually a really good duel. That was definitely, as I said, a lot of the duels in Season 4 are really good. I mean, for me to explain everything that happened from the start of Season 4 to where this is now going, I'd be here for a whole hour just by itself. What is that face? Impossible! All the people... I'm so sorry. I can't. That face. Oh my lord. That's the first time I think I've seen that particular facial expression from Jaden. Impossible. All the people in the world have disappeared. That's not the right face for the situation, by the way. By this point of the anime, there was none of that childish behavior from Jaden. He was full on dead serious. There was like no light in him whatsoever. He was just full on edgy. Not really edgy, but more like you could see the trauma of all the previous seasons have finally caught up to him, and it was not about fun anymore. It was just straight dead on serious, like, yeah, the fate of the world's in my hands. I've got to take this really seriously. None of that face, that's for sure. Ugh. Jaden, the time has come for us to settle this. Who are you? Show yourself. And I really wish too that they showed Jaden in his actual season 4 appearance, because he had like the Ubel eyes and everything, and as I said, the season 4 Jaden's actually the best Jaden. Wait, are you? Oh, what are you? I am Night Shroud. Your people have been sent to my world. Night Shroud? No, I think that's right, but why was I just thinking that Night Shroud was, what's his face? Alexis's brother. I thought he was Night Shroud, or did he go by a different name, or something really screwed up here with translation? Night Shroud, not you again. What are you after? What am I after? I have no desires. I merely move with the will of the universe. And the universe wills that your people live in darkness for eternity. That's a lie. Is it? Jewel monsters is a reflection of the duelist's soul. It can be... Excuse me while I just have a stroke here. It can be of light or of darkness. If your heart remains in the light, peace will come to your world. But most duelists have darkness in their hearts. And where there is darkness, there is Night Shroud. No way! You're saying it's our fault that we brought you into our world? Exactly, I have no aspirations. It is the people that brought me here, and it is I that took them away. It is the fault of your people for trying to use jewel monsters for evil, feeding my energy. Well, tough guy, I don't duel for evil, I duel to stop the real monsters like you. No one person can stop me. I don't care. Even if I'm the last guy on Earth, I'll fight you to the end. Hey, you're forgetting someone. Yubel, you're not alone. I am with you. You fools! 2 against 1 still does not change the odds. Oh yeah, I forgot there was actually a whole bit before this. It was with a character that they just slotted in for season 4 for a little bit of plot progression, and apparently had something to do with like the original students that disappeared from the Forbidden Dorm. So that duel happened, and then Night Shroud popped up. So yeah, there's another bit that was missing from here. I can't remember the Japanese name at this point of the student, but then he was like Night Shroud, and then after that it was revealed that he was being possessed by this Night Shroud. I swear in Japanese it wasn't called Night Shroud, I swear it was just called Darkness. Night Shroud, I'll show you that the bonds of friendship can overcome the odds. Oh my god, they're not going to explain what actual darkness meant. So, what he was explaining there was somewhat correct, but in the Japanese version it actually went off. It wasn't just darkness, it was also self-doubt, like doubt in oneself, which was, you know, Alexis not sure, like the doubt that she was good enough to be a teacher, Cyrus's doubt that he wasn't able to follow in his brother's footsteps, Chaz's doubt that he would be able to come on to be a pro duelist. That type of darkness also included. It wasn't just like darkness as in like, I'm such an evil person, I'm going to steal the sacred beast, the rip-off of the Egyptian god cards, I should say. And what was season 2? Sartorius's darkness, that he was going to make the whole world turn to the Society of Light. Season 3 was obviously Yubel. It wasn't that black and white. There was also the darkness of, like, as I said, doubts, any like negative emotions that we humans experience. That also contributed to darkness as well. Doubt that, you know, I'm not good enough to be at this academy, for example, was a lot of it. So Night Shroud in this case, or Darkness, I think he's called in Japanese, that is what he was actually referring to. It's actually quite deep, and it's very, very interesting to study, actually. Even just like analysing it, casually watching it. So anyways, I don't know what deck he's going to use. If he's going to use What's-His-Face's deck, which was clear monsters, they had no attribute and all that, or depending on like what monster you summoned, determine what effect they have. Oh my god. Interesting hand. I think he might use clear monsters. Maybe not. Because in the actual anime, he used quite an interesting strategy, which I think doesn't even exist in the actual game. So I'm gonna have to play this like one step at a time and just play. My god, excuse me. Oh no, oh no, oh no. I was so happy when Elemental Heroes were the focus. Now we're back to Neospatians. I hate Neospatians. I suck at Neospatians. Ah. Okay, I guess that'd be kind of good for like removing things off the field. Oh, I actually can do something. What are my fusions? Oh yeah, I can use Escarad. Oh, I'm not even going to attempt that. Divine Neos, which is Neospatian. Oh, using any 5 Neos. That's a lot of text. Does that have to be from the field? I'm assuming I'm gonna have like that card that does it from the graveyard. Sparkman and Necroshade, and then... So I think the one I'll be summoning is this one, so it gains 100 attack for each elemental hero monster in the graveyard. Well, I may as well do that. And that puts that in the graveyard too, so that's good. So if Neos comes to my hand, I'll be able to use Necroshade's effect to special summon it, or sorry, summon it without having to tribute. But for now, this is a good start. And then I might just throw Glowmos into set position. And then just go straight for battle. Darkness Neck. Oh, by dear Lord, why does that have 4,000 attack? That has 4,000 by default. Oh dear. This card cannot be special summoned except by sending one Fiend type monster you control and one Fiend type monster from your hand to the graveyard. When your monster opponent declares an attack, this card cannot be destroyed by battle. Once per turn, you can return all face-up trap cards you control to the hand. Oh dear, okay, I see where Wrath of Neos would come in handy. I don't have that at the moment. Okay, rip. That came out turn 2. I'm not exactly prepared for that. And terraforming. Mausoleum of the Emperor. Alright, that's handy. He didn't play it though, unfortunately. Right, well, at the moment all I can do is defend. Call it the Haunted. Well, I can use that, but as long as that's on the field, I can't do much. Though I could use Call of the Haunted just to protect my bum at the moment, because that's all I really can do. Oh, MST, just what I wanted to see. Lovely! Sarcasm. Oh my lord! It hurts! It hurts! Quite a bit! Ooh. Ooh. I feel really stupid having to do this, but I want to see if it works the way I think it does. So if I go Elemental Hero Neos, and then use Necroshade's effect, because after this I can't do much, I don't think. But we'll just see. I would like him to play, oh, there's so much for that. Because I was going to play Wrath of Neos and send that back to the hand, but that ain't happening. Right, not much happening there. My Neos got sent to the, yep, oh. Use Wrath of Neos, activate Elemental Hero Prismus effect to change its name to Elemental Hero Neos. Well, I went straight for Neos. Yeah, I can see how that would work, but the fact that Bottomless Trap Hole activated, I was still screwed anyways. Because Prisma would mean I didn't have to use Necroshade. Yeah. But in that scenario, I think the same result would have happened, so that didn't really make any difference. Ooh, Flame Scarab. This is actually a better hand. Ah, Miracle Fusion, that was the card I was thinking of. So, Elemental Hero, that would give me Neos. I've got a Polymerization too. Elemental Hero plus 1 Dark. I could even send... I'm just trying to think, what would I go for? Ooh, I could go for you. What's... That's piercing damage. Target 1 monster your opponent controls. If this card is destroyed, target 1 monster your opponent controls, destroy that target. That could be a good one to go into as well. Do I get... If this card attacks... If this card attacks, change it to defense position at... Oh. That is one major downside, but just its effect is what I'm thinking about. Because if that card comes back onto the field and it destroys Darkbright, its effect kicks off and I destroy that card. Or I can just go with this, but I feel that might be a little too early. Or I just do what I was thinking about doing. So I've got 2 options if I do this. Yeah, I've got Darkbright or I go into this. That does set me up for some really good offense. But then if... Yeah, this is what I mean. I'm tossing up. But the problem with that is that attacks. It goes into defense position, which will probably get overcome the next turn. I think I'm going to go with this. The other thing too is I don't know how many Elemental Heroes are in this deck, so this card may not get it as huge boost as I think it will. And I'm not going to put Flame Scarab on the field just yet. Because the previous duel, he used quite a lot of traps. So Flame Scarab is probably better being held back for now. Neat. He actually played it. Oh dear. Well, if Neos would like to come out now, that'd be great. Again, wasn't expecting that. I would love Neos, that would be great. These banished are one little issue there. Because I can bring it back out, but then it's not going to get any attack boost. 2,900. Yeah, I might do that. Going to Dark Bright. The fact I'm gonna have to get rid of my Necro Shade, just banish it, is a bad thing too. I do know that. And it's that trap card I'm also worried about as well. With no Neos, this is probably my backup resort. I'm gonna go defense. No trap card, that's good. For now, that's all she wrote. And then I can just destroy that with Dark Bright's ability. Oh. Destroy that. Goodbye. Oh, for peak's sakes. I was hoping that wasn't the case, but yeah, that happened. Come on, give me something decent. That's not decent. Not with without a Neos anyways. So that would give me just enough to bust over that. That's it. And then that would bust over that again. I'm just gonna play. Because, like, at this point, it's like, I may as well surrender, but I just gotta play along for a little bit longer just to see what happens. Oh, for peak's sakes. Yeah, no, that's definitely a surrender. Again. How did Jaden win again? Although that's right, Nitro, I didn't actually use this. Really? I don't have 3 of them? Museum of the Emperor? I thought I did. Interesting. How did Jaden win? I think he used like a completely different deck in the anime. But yeah, with this deck, either I'm getting really unlucky with my draws, or this... Yeah, as I said, I can't use Neospatians anyways. Well, that's a little bit better. Gold Sarcophagus I can do. Emergency Call I can do. Miracle Fusion I can do. It's a shame I'm going first though. Now, what exactly could I draw using Gold Sarcophagus? I would love to do Elemental Hero Divine Neos. But what's this effect? Once per turn you can banish 1 Neos, Neospace, 1 Neospace on a hero monster from your graveyard. This gains... Really? That's... It also gains the Banish monster's effects. Oh? Banish? Oh, okay. So it gains the effect of Neos that you banish to get an attack for. Still, that doesn't sound all that, you know, whoopee good at all. I mean, for how much work you could bring that out for, just... I also noticed too, Neos Wise Man isn't in the extra deck which came out in this battle. That was Ubel and Neos, I do believe. I think. And Ubel doesn't exactly have a very easy summoning condition either. And Wise Man's pretty bad off the top of my head too. Alright, so... There has to be... Well, I'm going to play E-Emergency Call first. And they said go for Prisma. I don't have polymerization, so I may as well. And then go for that. And then go Wrath of Neos. And then may as well, or I could go for that. May as well go for Air Hummingbird, and while he's got max hand, yeah, get 2,500 life points. Even though I've got to put him in face up, that's fine. Terraforming, I can deal with that. $2,500. Ouch. Quite a bit of life points. You can discard one special card, this card from your hand. This deck obviously relies off banishing an awful lot. I got another E-emergency call. I could pay life points and bring out Neos. Or should I wait? I'm going to use that again and bring out a Neos to my hand. Because I can easily summon that to the field using life points. But it's whether or not there's going to be a nasty bottomless trap hole waiting for me. Right, summon out Neos. That at least protects my life points. And no trap card, which is good. Special summons a monster except during the... I didn't do that. You can discard one card, special summon this card. Oh, okay. Your opponent cannot banish cards. Oh, that's bad. But for now, it's holding down the fort. Unless, of course, he pays life points again. But at that point, I will have Wrath of Neos back. Destroy all cards on the field. So that will summon out one extra token, I think, because before he had, no, two. Oh, okay, so he controls two. Wow. That happened. Though not that bad at the moment. Not that bad at the moment. Unfortunately, Muliseum of the Emperor might get sacrificed here. Oh, there is actually a bell in this deck. Now, how does one summon your bell? Necro thingamajiggy? Anyways, play this. Activate its effect. And then that. Send Neos to the graveyard. Turns it into Neos. Activate Wrath of Neos. Return that back to the deck. Now that destroys every card on the field. Cool, that got rid of the MST as well. Oh, I can't play Miracle Fusion yet either. Right. I wonder if that also included, like, my side, because I only had Prisma. Giant Germ. And when it's destroyed, it inflicts 500 life point damage to me as well. I got Wrath of Neos again. Could we please get something else besides Wrath of Neos? I know there's 3 of them in this deck, but it ain't helping me. I'm just gonna get rid of this Giant Germ now, because that can be used for sacrificing. Say hello to another 500 life points. Oh, for Pete's sakes! Now there's 2 of them on the field. That's bad. Here I was thinking how I can just use it for sacrifice material for a tribute summon, but now he's got 2 of the damn... Oh, okay. Dark Hole. Wait, does that mean he... Okay, no, because... Okay, that's good. I got a bit worried there because they got sent to the graveyard. Do I still take that 1,000 life point damage? Oh, for pig's sakes, what am I supposed to do with 2 Miracle Fusions, a Wrath of Neos, and a Yubel? I can't do anything because the bricks are here. There's enough bricks to make Kyber Corporation. Again, I've cracked this joke so many times in this series. Can I get a new joke and a new hand? Okay, this is the furthest I have gotten in this duel, but... Oh, okay, that can work. Because I can... Oh, but probably as I go back to having no cards in my hand. Oh, hold on. There's a Neos in my graveyard. There's a Sparkman in my graveyard. Ooh, actually, you know what I can do? Oh. I can do Necro Shade. Send that to the graveyard. And then go Miracle Fusion. Oh, I can actually do the big boy. But what does big boy do? Once per turn, you can banish 1 Neos, Neo Spatial, or Hero monsters from your graveyard. This card gains, and until the end phase... Is that a permanent attack boost by any chance? Oh, 500, not 400. I can't see because my TV blocks it off. Because if that's a permanent boost, then that's better than doing this. Unfortunately, I'm using Miracle Fusion, which means they're going to get banished. But do I gain all their effects? And until the end phase, it also gains the banished monster's effects. Or I can do that, and I get more attack points that way. I really don't know what to do. That one seems like the better fusion, because it's only... I'm going to have more attack points. But this seems more risky because I'm using Miracle Fusion. I think I'm going to go for this. It sounds like a better choice. Okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go Necro Shade and Sparkman and leave Neos in the graveyard. Unfortunately though, I had to do Necro Shade because I wanted to leave Prisma on the field for extra attack points for direct damage. And for a backup in case, good. I was more worried like a bottomless trap hole. Oh, okay, all that happening, yeah, okay. Coals! I hate this game sometimes. So do I go back for this again or do I actually do this? I'm gonna go for this again, it just seems like a better option. Blah. Actually, I can get rid of that, and I'm gonna get rid of Prisma. How many more traps is he gonna throw at me? Is the question. I'm just gonna look at something in case I've misunderstood something. Yeah, from my graveyard. I was just double checking like there wasn't anything about taking them from the deck. Because then if I misunderstood that little bit, then yeah, I would have made a mistake. But I feel I still made the right choice. Because now there's nothing on the field, unless that's another Mirror Force, and that by that point I'm gonna have like an issue if that's the case. Foolish Burial could send Necro Shade to the graveyard. I don't know what... Oh yeah, no, that'll work. If I send Necro Shade to the graveyard, and then I can summon out... No, I can't. Huh, so what's Yubel doing in the deck then? Well, anyways, there's another Neos in my deck somewhere, so that can come out for free. Alright, maybe I can just play this off with sheer dumb luck at the moment and win this. Or not. Okay. Wait, Neo's Wise Men? There is actually Neo's Wise Men. Wait, what? By sending one face up and one face up, you bell you control to the grave. So how the hell do you get your bell to the field then? And what does this do? Each turn, one level 5 or higher field fiend monster you can normal summon can be summoned without tributing. If exactly one... So all that's saying is it sends that to the graveyard instead of that. So that goes 100 life points. He actually didn't send the trap card to the graveyard instead. So if nothing goes wrong this turn, I do actually win. Never mind. I just needed one extra monster in the graveyard, and because I did a double fusion, that was why that failed. Oh, the game kind of just... what a tease! Oh no, hold on. I know what I'm doing here. That goes to the graveyard. I become Neos. Activate Wrath of Neos. Send that back to the deck. Goodbye. Now I just need a monster! Oh, come on, give me anything, anything! Just one monster! Oh yes! Hell yeah! Oh, we actually won. I don't think I should have won that one. I really don't think I should have won. But I didn't. Life's never easy and never gets easier, but that's what makes life awesome. How can you enjoy the tough times if you aren't living? As long as we have our cards, we don't have to face the future alone, because the cards remind us of everyone we dueled, and every duelist is a friend. Hey guys, can you hear me? You have to believe in the heart of the cards. Yep, we're doing this again. Believing in your cards means you're believing in your friends, and I believe that you're all gonna come back to me. Jaden. I hear Jaden's voice. Is that you, Jay? Jaden, as long as we have our cards, we know that we're never alone. What's this? It looks like they want to hang out with me instead of chilling in your depressing dimension. Jaden Yuki, one day I will return. I don't think so. As long as we believe in our friends, that one day will be no day. It'll never be one day. Yep, I can't read. Alright, so we got the reverse duel and everything. Well, that should be easy for me to win. Though, famous last words. That took me nearly 40 minutes to beat that one duel. Holy moly. And then I gotta still do Yugi. And the reverse duel for that. Alright, going second. Alright, let's see the AI actually use Jaden's deck better. Fires of Doomsday. What do you want me to activate? I thought you might want me to activate this. It cannot be trip unless it's for a dark. Yes, that'll be for a dark. And I also have that too. So Fires of Doomsday. Thankfully I didn't see this while I was dueling Night Shroud. That would have been bad. I'm gonna also throw that down because that was used for tributing. This cannot be special summoned. This card can attack. Cannot be special summoned. I didn't think I was special summoning it. This card can attack twice during each battle phase if this card attacks a defense position. Okay, this must make it I can't actually, like... I can almost set. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, the only thing I can think of is I'm only allowed to set if I use that card to tribute. Alright, that's fine. And then that's a fiend. That's a fiend. Alright, so I have everything needed to use Darkness Neosphere as well. That's cool. And then I can activate my trap card, so that's there for future. Right, Neo-Spacian Hummingbird, they'll activate its effect, they'll get 1,000 life points. That's not enough to overcome this either. Interesting. Now I can put that into attack position, I do believe. Alright, now I can flip it. Alright, so only while the monster declares an attack. Oh wait, I can attack again? Oh, I can attack twice. Yeah, sorry, I completely skipped over, I skipped over that little part of the text. Alright, Giant Germ. And then that inflicts life point damage when it goes to the graveyard and destroyed by battle. So that's out to kind of bait him into attacking me. See, this deck is so bad that even the AI can't even win. Come on, that deck was hard to win with. And then I can activate... Hold on. If exactly one normal summon set model level would be destroyed... Hold on. One level 5 or higher fiend monster you normal summon can be summoned without tributing. If I'm understanding this correctly, that should activate and I can summon this out. Yes. So technically it has 2 Mausoleums of the Emperor in this deck. That acts as a field spell technically, like the Mausoleum of the Emperor, but it's a trap card instead. Not as strong, because if anything, I take that back. It's actually stronger than the Mausoleum of the Emperor being a trap card, because you don't need to pay life points to do its effect, which is quite good. Attack again. I've won. That's how much Jaden's deck sucked. No wonder I struggled so much to win. I actually feel quite good I won with a story deck. Alright, that was easy. Oh, we actually got Jaden's challenge deck, Courage of the Hero. I thought it might be an Elements of Hero deck. Alright, so that's done. Now we're up to the last duel for GX, which is the legendary Duelist. Let's see how many times this takes to win. With Night Shroud gone and the darkness dissipated, Duel Academy could now hold this year's graduation. I will now announce the top duelist from the graduating class. But I don't wanna, because if I do, you all graduate and leave me! Dr. Crowler, show some decorum. Sigh. Fine, I will make the announcement instead. Our top duelist is... Oh, there seems to be 3 students. Alexis Rhodes, Chaz Princeton, and Cyrus Truesdale. Yeah, bet you were expecting Jada's name to pop up there. Now before Dr. Crowler drowns us with his tears, let's begin the graduation ceremony. Jaden Yuki, congratulations on graduating. With graduation complete, Jaden prepared for his next adventure. Kiri Kiri! You're telling me to you're trying to tell me something, Winkaribo? Come with me. Wow, I can't read. What happened? I was reading so well. I get to this point, it's like, pfft, gone. Come with you? Where? I've been waiting for you, Jaden Yuki. What's the point of oh yeah, they silhouetted it in the anime, but even though you could clearly tell who it was unless you didn't watch season 1. No way, let's begin your graduation duel. My graduation duel? But I've already graduated. Your real graduation duel. I've kept my eye on you these past 3 years. I want to see whether you've become a duelist worthy of the card I gave you the day you entered Duel Academy. You will face the chosen one. Where am I? You're Yugimoto! You know who I am? The chosen one! This may be a weird question, but are you here to duel? Because yesterday I had a dream where Karibo told me I'll duel someone special. Well, Karibo was never wrong. Let's duel! Cools! I'm about to get my ass whooped, ain't I? Alright, I'm gonna go second. So if I have to use Neospatians again, I'll make this very quick and painless for me and not use it. Oh, for pete's sakes. Oh my lord, actually, what is that hand? Advanced Ritual Art. Great! Oh my dear lord! A BLS straight off the bat. And a... Help! Hello? Welcome to your graduation duel where you're gonna get your ass spanked. Target one hero monster you control, send it to the graveyard. Also after that, if it's left on the field by this effect, special summon one masked hero monster from your extra deck with the same attribute that... Whoa, that's a lot of text! I can't read as it is, and you're expecting me to read all this... Where did all these heroes come from? I don't remember any of these heroes. Masked Hero Dawn Law, Masked Hero Acid, Elemental Hero The Shining. Well, that sounds cool. Elemental Monster Plus. I don't have a Polarization, so why bother? Oh, Elemental Hero Shining Wet Flame Wingman, Magma Neos. Oh my lord. There is like so many fusion cards. This card cannot be destroyed by card effects. There is so much text. So little time too. So what can I do up against... Oh, actually, no, I do know what I can do. A little bit overwhelming though, but with the amount of text that's popping up on this thing and the amount of things I can do. It looks like an even balance between Elemental Heroes and Neospatians, so that's not bad. Lady Heat. Inflict 200 damage to each of to your opponent for each face-up Elemental Hero monster you control. If it survives for that long, that is. There's a lot of like new Elemental Heroes, it's really cool. Woodsman. Once per turn during your standby phase, you can add Polymerization from your deck or graveyard to your hand. That's good. And it's got 2000 defense as well. I like that. That could be a good start, going for Woodsman. And then I go for Grand Mole. And you know that BLS you got on that field? I see that as a good target. Goodbye. Now I just gotta worry about that because I don't have an actual monster at the moment. But that's fine, I got rid of BLS. And there's 2 BLS in his hand, I know that. Never mind, now there's now a BLS on the field. Oh boy. I'm just gonna say adios to like nearly over half of my life points. I did know I was going to take a big kick of life points because I had no monsters in return of like getting rid of BLS, but I wasn't expecting a BLS to come back onto the field. I mean, could you imagine if I didn't play that? Yeah, that's what I did. Attack with Neospatian Grand Mole to get rid of the Black Luster Soldier. Yeah, another one came back. And by that point, I didn't have enough life points. Right, we haven't done this for a little while, and I definitely feel I'm not going to get anywhere. So I'm going to use a custom deck. I made 2 new ones, Busted Shadol, and I'm going to go to User, just easier. And the other one I used is Crystal Beast. I'm going to start with Crystal Beast, because I'm still using the Busted Shadol deck. I'm still getting used to it at least. I actually forgot to make a slight change to it, which is also another reason why I'm avoiding it. I forgot to put a Link Monster in there, because I was thinking about it before I hit the record button. I'm like, I should probably put the Link Monster into the deck and might actually benefit from that, and I completely forgot to do that. Dark Magic Curtain, straight off the bat, 4000 life point damage, that's going to be handy. But there is a Dark Magician now on the field. But that 4000 negative is good for me. And it's first turn, so we can't attack, so 2 monsters and then 1 back row. The only problem with this deck is I've got no way of like removing spell cards. Right, gonna start off with Ancient City Ruins. I can't use that. I can't use that. I can use that. To your deck, to your hand, and place one Crystal Beast monster with a different name. Okay. I want to do... First one I want to bring to my hand is Sapphire Pegasus. And then to my Spell and Trap, I'm going to do Amethyst Cat. And then what I want to do after that is then summon Sapphire Pegasus. And then activate its effect. And then what I want to do after that, Tiger. And then I can get to draw 2 cards. Okay, from there I'm going to use Crystal Beacon. And then I want to... I could do... Carbuncle. Actually, I might do Carbuncle. So I can special summon that. Activate its effect. And then I can summon out Tiger. And Cat. And then use Crystal Release. And that gives me 800. That still overcomes Dark Magician, or I could go... during my damage step only. Okay, I'm gonna go for Tiger. Even though Sapphire Pegasus would have 2600, I get a bonus 400, so that would have been extra life point damage, which is why I did that. Oh. Yikes. Right, activate the effect of Cat, halve my attack down, go for 600 life point damage. And I can't do anything with Ruby Carbuncle, so end phase. Right, I got rid of Dark Magician, that was a good start. And I've got 4 monsters on the field, so I can take a little bit of hits. Never mind. If I did go for Sapphire Pegasus now, I still would have had something to overcome that, because unfortunately Tiger doesn't get that boost when it gets attacked. That was one flaw in my strategy, I guess. I didn't think that far into the strategy. Although we may not go for Tiger, because I get an extra monster in the back row at that point. Oh, I know he is going to go for Tiger, interesting. And I'll use Release, and then I'm just going to send that to back row. Target 2 monsters in the graveyard. I can't actually do that because that allows me to draw 2 cards. What at the moment do I have? You can send 1 Crystal Beast and negate. Unfortunately, that's going to get negated. I'm going to swap that to defense. Oh no, no. Kinda not what I wanted. Right, bring that back for 3. I've got no monsters to reborn either. I'm gonna set that for now. And kind of just play by ear. I'm waiting for like a particular card to come. If I get 4 back row, I do get the effect of drawing 1 extra card per turn. Send 1 Crystal Beast monster you control to the graveyard. That's fine. Goodbye. halve that life point damage. Right, that gives me 4. 1 defense monster still though. Another ruby carbuncle, that's not helping. I'm just gonna do that, and then I can activate that. Draw 1 card. Ah, not what I wanted. Alright, this isn't working the way I thought it might. I was kind of hoping the trap card I wanted would come out, but the chances of that being drawn is very little. I don't even know at this point if I can activate it. Something needs to happen though, that's for sure. Oh yeah, that's my fusion card. I was like, 3 cards in my extra deck. Oh, now I get my pendulum card. That does me a whole lot of nothing, but it can be for defense for now. Special summon 1 designated monster. Once per turn during your mode phase, you can target 1 Crystal Beast card in your spell and trap card zone and special summon that target. I could go for Pegasus and try and bring out something. But then that puts another card. Because it's all good and dandy for me at the moment trying to go for like Rainbow Dragon, but I need to actually draw it. I got Amber Mammoth. Good for defense, but that's about it. I guess at this point, I just keep drawing until hopefully I get the card I need. Kind of with my back against the wall too. And I'm going to take 3,000 life point damage here too. No, I'm not going to take 1,500. Still kind of softened the blow, but it still hurt. Still not getting the card I need. Put that down. Oops. Draw. Alright, so once per turn, if a face-up crystal monster you're destroyed by card, you can special summon 1 crystal beast monster from your deck. Nah, it's the wrong trap card. Yes, what I need is a trap card, but not the one I wanted. Oh god, what can I do? I might need to actually special summon something to make more of a defense, because at the moment I'm really need to set up my defense. But then I lose Ancient Ruin effect by that point. Alright, so I'm probably going to end up special summoning Ruby Carbuncle to the field. So I can get all my other cards. And I need to get rid of... Oh, I got Soul Charge. Could be handy. Right, special summon that into defense. Activate the effect. Into defense. This just slows down the agonizing defeat I'm gonna suffer. That's about it. As I said though, the only downside is this does... Yeah, I need Eagle, don't I? That's everything. And then plus, when I use Pegasus too, it does kind of mill my deck. That comes from my graveyard, which at this point I don't really need, because I got Soul Charge if I was really desperate to get things there. Actually, I could do that. If I target one card... If I target Ruby Carbuncle, and then go Black Luster Soldier... Never mind. I thought for a second the game was going to crash there. Well, I got rid of a 3000 beat stick for a 2500 beat stick. But my target disappeared. I'm not sure if that was a good thing or not. I get all my cards back, that's for sure. Right, now I'm back into this horrible position. Oh, I actually got the card I needed. Right, so if I go special summon a designated monster, and then if I go... I want to do this too so I don't get decimated. I want to get rid of that mystical health too. So then I can play this. Battle phase. If I go into a Dark Magician, that will lower the amount of life points I take too. Okay, yeah. Halve it. That gets destroyed. Oh, why didn't my trap card activate? Oh no, can I not activate it now? I need to send 7 monsters. Oh, can I not do it? Oh god, that's bad. If my trap card doesn't activate, that's really bad. Because now there's nothing as a target for them to be destroyed. Oh god, that did not work out the way I wanted it to. Great. I didn't meet the requirements, so my trap card never activated. And I'm screwed after all that. Well, what a way to backfire. Yikes. That backfired really badly. I can only activate this effect once, and I just missed it. I was like, I think I don't have enough life points to live. I'm still doing Jane, ain't I? I just forgot who I'm doing. Alright, I might... Oh, actually, before I go into that, let's do what I actually was talking about. Deck edit. And I want Busted Shadol. Whoops, I was meant to go here. And I didn't even mean to do that. And I want Shadol. And I want the Link Monster. Where is the Link Monster? There it is. And I want to put this in 2 flip monsters during your main phase. You can fusion summon 1 Shadol fusion monster. Alright, that's pretty good. I was going to throw 3 of them in my extra deck, why not? I had room for it. Not Duelist Challenge, we're not there quite yet. This is going to be a bit of a longer episode, as you can tell. User deck and Busted Shadol. I actually don't know who uses Shadols. I can't remember. No, that's Gimmick Puppet, never mind. I was starting to think someone from Zexal did, but I was like, no wait, that's Gimmick Puppet. Alright, second to go. Now, as I said, I'm not familiar with this deck yet, fully, because this is like an old 2016 championship deck, and I'm not sure if it works all that well in current day Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, it wants me to activate Max C at this point. I'm going to activate Max C right now, actually. Alright, so Dark Magician gets special summoned. managed to draw a Buster Bladed Destruction Swordsman. Not the one I wanted. Alright, so that down. What do you want me to activate? Oh, Twin Twister. Never mind. Bit of a bad position at the moment. Might just have to set this. Alright, that's all I can really do for now. Alright, let's see if this works. Alright, flip, so 2 1400s and a 2500. I let go because I wanted it to not miss the timing on this one. So yes, because it got flipped. Activate on Dark Magician, goodbye. I did have to sacrifice my card for that. You want me to activate Twin Twister now off of this? Are you kidding me? Oh wait, hold on. Never mind, I do want to activate that actually. And I want to get rid of that. And then I'm going to go off of you. To go Buster Bladed Destruction Swordsman. It gets known as Buster Bladed while on the field and graveyard. Okay. Well, I can Twister that if I was really desperate. Activate the effects. I'm guessing that's Twin Twister you want me to activate. I mean, I could. Then I can attack, and then I can take monsters as my prey. Can't really activate if I was to go for Shadol Fusion, which is my Shadol Spell and Trap. I'm actually gonna, like, probably use that as discard fodder for now. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Get rid of you. Oh yeah, I forgot. I could have gotten rid of that. Oopsie. I completely forgot Obnoxious Celtic Guardian's effect. I just derped and thought that was a normal Celtic Guardian. I was like, oopsies. I forgot that was Obnoxious Celtic Guardian. How obnoxious is that effect? It's alright. I'm getting mad because I derped. Oh, I will gladly take your effect, actually. Well, not your effect, but I'll gladly take your Dark Magician. So if another Dark Magician comes out, I'll gladly... I'm blabbing. I know what I'm talking about, but you guys won't. That's how sad that situation is. And this hand is just even more sadder. Goodbye. Yes. Alright, so what this card does, I can grab a card I take out. It doesn't have to be the card that this card destroys. It equips it to itself. And then it then has an effect where you can... What do you want me to activate? You want me to activate Twin Twister, don't you? No. And then, what was I talking about? And then, say Yugi summons out another... I'm not sure if it's like Dark type or another spellcaster. Never mind, I'm gonna get my ass kicked at the moment. I was hoping it wasn't that. Goodbye. This is the best I can do for now. I mean, it's not going to do me much. There's no dragons in the opponent's graveyard, sad enough as it is. But for now, it's just going to keep me afloat. I generally don't know what I'm going to do about this. Allure of Darkness, what could that do me? Ooh, now that'll work. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to sacrifice that. Put that there. If you control the banish all monsters. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna put that down just in case as well. May as well. And that's all she wrote for this turn. Now, attack me, big boy! Oh wait, I should be holding down the B button in case I miss the timing. Because be just my luck. Hold on. Oh yeah, never mind. I thought for a second he wanted me to activate Twin Twister. Cools! I had a backup just in case. And that is game over. GG's, and I can't attack. I should have flipped that, shouldn't I? I just assumed that could attack. That probably stopped it. Okay. Is there a reason why I can't attack? Okay, that came to a sudden halt. What happened? I couldn't attack. Now you want me to activate Max C. I can't believe how much of a halt that came to. I was like, and now oh no, I don't win. I'm gonna send Max C to the graveyard, just get rid of that. And now just to make sure that I actually, oh, well, lucky I did Twin Twister that. Just to make sure I can. For some odd reason I can't attack. Is there a reason for that? This card cannot, oh, okay, it can't attack directly. Oops, I may have brushed over that fine little print there. As I can't read sometimes. Thanks, Yugi, that was an awesome duel. You reminded me that no matter what happens in the future, there's one thing that I'll never forget. The joy of dueling. And that ended very, same way actually the anime ended, very anticlimactic, but in this version it's like, hey, I actually won, thanks for the duel. In the anime it was left on very ambiguous grounds, like we're not sure who actually won. Anyways, let's go to Yugi. And I'll actually use the story deck for this one. And then I'm just going to watch to see how the AI actually uses Jaden's deck. As I said, when it comes to Neospatians, I just... nah. Just doesn't suit my playstyle. What is his hand? Do I have to do a big sacrifice on my life points again, do I? I did that before and it ended in disaster. Alright, Necro Shade, which is what I would have done. Cool, so... that allows me to bring... oh, I don't even have the ritual card to begin with. Unless I go Advanced Ritual Art. So normal summon that. I forgot, do I need the ritual card in my hand? I completely forgotten that little minor detail is what I've forgotten. I think I do. I'm gonna put that down. Yeah, I completely forgot you can't summon a monster, then do Dark Magic Curtain. That's with the one restriction to it. That's a good backup. Alright. That turn was kind of a disaster because I completely forgot if Advanced Ritual Art needed the ritual card in my hand or not. But that did require him to throw away another card. Did he just throw away Neos? He did. Miracle. Oh, okay, that's why. I'm interested here. Does he need to have Neo space down for this, or does this create... oh, Elemental Hero the Shining. And Call of the Haunted. Alright. I'm trying to read the card effect. That'd be great if you'd let me. I'm gonna take a lot of life point damage here. Kind of a bad time to activate that, actually. Because I still get hit with a whopping amount of life point damage. Plus having quite a lot of what less life point damage means I don't pay as much either when I use Dark Curtain. Now the thing I want to find out is... yeah, okay, nothing happens, so that doesn't get stop this or anything. That's what I wanted to find out. It just returns the monsters that were banished, that's it. So it was kind of made for Miracle Fusion, because it kind of undoes that at the end. So this time I didn't pay a whopping 4,000 life point damage, I only paid just, what was it, 1,400 I only paid? 1,450? Yeah, 1,450, so that's a little bit better than paying 4,000. And then I can't summon anything else. But I can set, so that's a good thing. Set that down. Battle phase, and then go straight for 2,500 direct damage. Kills. Alright, let's see if I can turn this around from like a really horrible situation. In my graveyard there was 1,400. Probably not the best. I'm going to keep that around just in case Dark Magician gets destroyed. 1,200. Polymerization or mask change? 2,200. Oh, yikes. I have like no way of overcoming that, so it looks like Jada did have a couple of answers to Yugi's deck. I just didn't play all that well, as you can tell. Plus, I've never encountered mask change before, so that's way out of my league. So usually what I would do is watch the AI play, then work out from there what I'm meant to do. I still don't have the actual card needed. I'm gonna do that. Then end phase off that. Not much else I can really do. I've got magical hats to try and stall, but that's about it. Yikes. That's bad. Now I'm gonna put... what's a couple of bad cards I could throw away? These are all good cards. I don't want to throw any of them away. Fine. And probably like... good. Damn it! That was annoying. It was like my only way of really stalling that out a little bit. I got soul charged, but I still can't do anything with that. Hold on, yeah I can. No I can't, I've only got 1,000 life points left. Oh, hold on. Couldn't I just do... oh, when this card is normal or flip summoned. That don't include special summon, does it? Oh. That's game over. I'm doing this just so I can life point out. I wish you could skip this. Yeah, I did that on purpose, by the way. That wasn't me being stupid, I did that on purpose. Alright, I'm gonna use the user deck. Actually, I wouldn't mind seeing if Rage of Flames gets past this. Because otherwise I'll be here for like another couple of days trying to beat this. And we're already like going way over time too, so... a second... This all comes down to whether I draw the right cards I need. Which, by the way, there's plenty of that in this deck. Alright, UFO total, that's good. Alright, going straight for Grand Mole. That kind of counters me. I need to get rid of that. Alright, go for that. MST, lovely. Bye. Mask change straight off the bat. Alright, that's good. That's gone. That lowers that down. Go for Upstart Goblin. Cool, I got the card that I wanted. And then if I go... I'm just gonna send that. And you want me to activate MST, activate Soul Charge. I can't attack after this, but that's fine. Oh wait, no, not MST. Put that down. And then UFO total. That can't attack. I think that goes in defense automatically. No. And put down a Mirror Force. And set that. Alright, end phase. Because Soul Charge makes it so I can't attack. In response to that, we have Neospatian Aqua Dolphin. Goodbye. Alright, they're out the way. I can MST that. You can actually say yes to that. Awesome, so that's gone, whatever that was. Call the Haunted. Just go for Upstart Goblin here. Not what I wanted. I mean, it should be able to beat over most low-level cards that Jaden has, though. And go for that. And if someone's anything higher, they should get flipped to the fence position because of Area Limit B. Alright, next turn. And the response to that will be... That's kind of annoying. Just enough to beat it over. Now I get Swords of Revealing Light, just what I wanted a little bit earlier. Right, tap the opponent directly, go for 1100. I needed Swords of Revealing Light last turn, unfortunately, never got it. Because then I would have had another sprite around at that point. Elemental Hero Shadow Mist. See, I don't remember that name at all in the anime, so I'm guessing that's new Elemental Hero. Right, Dark Hole, that I don't want to use. That's only in desperate situations. Go for another direct attack. 3100 now. There's no way that's getting beaten over. Right, Robin Goblin. Ha! This would have been nice a little earlier for some shenanigans. It's alright. Attack directly again for 3100 now, and then next turn, that's a win. Even with like all the extra life points I gave Jaden. May as well. As I said, it's quite fun using that when you get it like turn 1. And then while the Raging Flame sprites are building up their attack, you're discarding cards at the same time so the opponent can't do anything. It's like a complete lockdown. or almost a lockdown. If they draw something and can get themselves out of it, that's a bad thing. And that's game over. Right, that was an easy win. As I just kind of wanted to bowl that over because otherwise I'm not sure how much more I'm going to be here for. The good thing is though, I'm not doing card openings in this particular episode because I'm going to leave all those points for Vrains. But that is now 100% completion for GX. The only thing I've got left now is the Duelist challenges. So there's a lot of X's here for not done. We've got Jaden now, I've got to grind off. We've got Night Shroud or Darkness. And was that the only 2 I unlocked? Huh. I didn't realize I only had 2 left. Cool, so I'm gonna probably grind them in my last little bits before I start doing all my work I gotta do before Sword and Shield comes out for my actual work. And as I said, when we come back to Legacy of the Duelist after Sword and Shield in December, we'll go through, beat all these guys. I kind of wish I had a little bit more time because I would have loved to have actually done Vrains and at least unlock the booster pack for that. Should I actually do that? Oh my lord, there's only 3 levels. Is there actually a booster pack already open for Vrains? No, there's not. Can I unlock it in the first duel? Here's a question I want to know. Alright, let's try and unlock the first booster pack and then I can do some card openings for that. At least. Right, so we're entering the Link era. Is this a yeah, it is. The first one's a tutorial, which doesn't count, so there's technically only 2 duels for Vrains. How disappointing is that? Anyways, for those who aren't caught up in the know, this is how we do Link summoning. I didn't get a chance to actually show that off, because even if I put the Link monster in my deck, never got around to doing it. So a Link summon is a special way of summoning a Link monster from the extra deck. Let's take a look at the Link monster card. Link monsters have a dark blue frame with red arrows. These funky looking cards, by the way, that you keep seeing me pick up and be like, oh, I don't remember Yu-Gi-Oh cards having that. These are Link monsters. Each Link monster has a Link rating. This indicates the number of Link materials you will need to send from the field to the graveyard to Link summon this monster. So in this case, this was Link 3. So it needs 3 monsters, doesn't it? Even though it says 2 monsters. Or 2 plus monsters. Never mind. Link monsters do not have a defense value. They cannot be set and cannot be in defense position. They are also unaffected by effects that alter defense or change the defense position. Previously, you could only summon monsters from the extra deck to one of the center extra monster zones. Now you can summon them to the extra monster zone and to any main monster zone a Link monster points to. So in this case, if we were to summon Gaia Saber the Lightning Shadow, its arrows point down, left and right, which means we can summon extra deck monsters directly down in the zone beneath one of the Link zones we summon this to, and to the zone to the left or right of us from memory, because you can do like chain links and all that. It gets really complicated with Link monsters. I do know that for a fact. If a Link arrow points to an opponent's monster zone, your opponent can summon an extra deck monster there, so there is a downside to those particular Link monsters. So we're going to perform an actual Link summoning now. Need to summon Card Trooper, so I'll get through this as quick as I can. Send 3 monsters and then call the Haunted. This is just to get an extra monster out. End phase. And Knight of Hanoni. Draw an extra card, Monster Reborn, Foolish Burial. Hackworm. Oh, that looks cool. Jack Wyvern. I don't know anything from Vrains, by the way, either when it comes to, like, particular monsters. Cracking Dragon. 3,000 damage. Okay, so Link monsters don't have a level. Let's play Pot of Greed. Let's just draw. I still don't know what that card does, by the way. Now we can special summon Link Slayer. Similar effect to what Cyber Dragon had, where we can special summon when we had no monsters. Oh my god, glow up Bob. Banned! And then we want to set this into an attack position. I'm just reading what the tutorial's saying, by the way. And then that gets special summoned. Interesting, they wanted it in that position. This is a lot of things going on. We're gonna activate Proton, apparently. Now this is going all over my head. This is like... Each Link monster lists what kind of monsters can be used as a Link material. Link Spider requires one normal monster. Proton is a normal monster. Let's Link summon Link Spider. So we use Proton, send that to the graveyard. And we Link summon Link Spider, and the Link summoning effect isn't... It's okay, I thought it might be a little bit more up there, but then again I remember like Synchro and Exceed aren't really all that fancy either. Link's monsters can have additional abilities. Link Spider can summon other normal monsters. Let's use this ability to special summon Galaxy Serpent. So that goes down. I think that's the only position I'd left. It's important to note that Link monsters' abilities often only apply to monster zones. It's Link Arrow. Okay, yeah. Be sure to think ahead when deciding where to place a monster. Let's summon more Link monsters. Decode Talker has a Link ranking of 3. That means that 3 Link monsters are required to Link summon it, and effect monsters can be used as Link material. So we want to get rid of Link, that and that. So this thing is also pointing up, by the way, so that means that the opponent can summon a extra deck monster to that particular part of the board. Another key thing to remember is that the monster in extra deck can be summoned to monster zones that a Link monster points to. Let's try it out. Synchro summon Scrap Archfiend. So as I was saying, because the arrow is pointing up, the opponent can summon anything from the extra deck into that particular zone as well as the extra monster zone. So they now want us to do a synchro summon. So, as we've seen already multiple times in this series, all of our synchro monsters go into the extra monster zone, but with a Link monster, that now makes it we can summon it into a normal monster zone instead. So this is probably what a lot of people are familiar to if they aren't up to date with Yu-Gi-Oh! You can also make room on the field by Link summoning. Let's summon the Link monster Proxy Dragon. My god, talk about an overload in a tutorial. It's like I just wanted to know like how to Link summon. This is going into like all the mechanics, all the effects and everything. So yeah, now we've done a chain link, so they want us to do another one. Link monsters can be used as multiple Link material equal to the Link rating. This means Proxy Dragon with a Link rating of 2 can be used as 2 Link materials. Encode Talker is a Link 3 monster and requires Cyburst monsters for Link material. We can use Proxy Dragon as 2 Link materials and Link Infra Flyer for a total of 3 materials. Let's try it. So yeah, currently they're co-linked, so that's co-linked to that, which means that can go into a normal monster zone. Similar to like extra deck monsters. I'm so sorry if this is going over your head. It's kind of going over my head too. Yes. And then that. So we've now changed that Link monster to be this instead. It's still going like woo over my head. Let's do that again. First special. What the hell? We keep going? Yeah, so this is also showing that they can be reborn as that, which means I think that's now co-linked. Notice a monster summoned from the graveyard can be placed in any main monster zone. Monsters only placed in the center extra monster zone when they are summoned from the extra deck. Now let's use, oh my god, Proxy Dragon and Turbo Booster, the Link summon guys. So there's so much summoning going on. I swear link summoning isn't meant to be this complex. The game's just making it out to be this complex. So now there's like... So that's co-linked... Okay, everything will let someone have a good time to go on the offense. Switch battle phase and attack your monster. So that is co-linked to that. That can now link to that. And then now that is also co-linked to that. And then that doesn't point to anywhere, unfortunately, but it's still a monster. Can this go even further? Well, we can, but it's not going to let us. And that also going to affect, like, with monsters that are linked to it, it also gets an attack. Yeah, because that was linked to that, so that got an attack boost because of its effect. Gains 500 attack for each monster it points to, so since it was pointing that, it got an extra 500. It's also pointed to that to point it to that. But yeah, there's a lot of things going on with link monsters. You can see why it took me a little while to learn how to do link summoning and link monsters in general. I still kind of don't grasp it fully, but I've at least got a basic understanding of link monsters and how they work. And this tutorial really doesn't help, by the way. Because, like, here's this, here's that, and here's this, here's that, instead of, like, keeping it really simple and all that advanced stuff. Like, either you'd learn through playing the campaign or, I don't know. This game sometimes kind of expects you to know what you're doing already. Alright, there's the booster pack, that's all I wanted. So we got no entry, I think I need that for something. Hackworm and Crackling Dragon, and quite a lot of jewel points. The 3 count rings, and as I said, because I have not watched Vrains at all, I don't know what's going on, what the monsters are, who the characters are, or anything. So this one's really blind. Alright, so we got 2 monsters already from that. 951? Oh, there's more cards in this one I've got to collect. 317 as well. Fun. Alright, let's have a look at Vrains. I wanted to jump on this pretty quick too, just in case while I was away from the game, Konami does actually update it. So then at least then I've shown off a little bit of Vrains. I'm not really too sure either if there's anything from this particular booster pack I need either. But I guess we can just go through and see. And sometimes as well getting a hold of, like, I think it's like Boral Dragon or Boral Swan Dragon, whatever it's called. Nightmare Cerberus. I think I actually do need that card. But sometimes when I look at decks, especially like updated current decks that I could potentially use, they do mention a lot of link cards, so that's going to be handy if I've got a hold of them now. So I'll do a couple of more cards than what I normally would, just so I can show off Vrains. Trickstar has a link. World Legacy. Decode Talker. And by the way, as I said, I don't know any of these cards, so it's like only a couple that might pop up that I'm familiar with, but there's all the cards at the moment I'm drawing, I have no idea what they are. I mean, Trickstar, I'm familiar with that archetype, but then Cyburst, I know that's new. But everything else I am not familiar with at all. These are all new monsters, these are out of my terrain. Background Dragon, that looks cool. Chosen by the Wind. Oh, there's actually new Trickstars. Interesting. Wasn't Trickstars shown off in 5Ds? By what's her face? Oh, that's cool. There's a Cyburst Ritual card. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this too, but the physical copy of this game actually gave you Cyburst cards. They were quite cool. Oh, I know that card. That thing's broken as all hell. Sarujara, I definitely can't pronounce it, but Skulldread. This thing, from what I can tell, this thing's broken. That opens up so many plays, it's not funny. I'm actually genuinely surprised that's not banned. Trickstar, okay, maybe you get the Trickstars out of this pack, or unless these are all new Trickstar cards. Bomber Dragon. Kind of reminds me of like that dude from 5Ds, I think his name was Bomber as well. Trickstar Black, is that Cat Bat? Yeah, it is. Some of these cards are pretty cool. I'm sorry I can't give you more commentary on this. As I said, I just don't know any of these cards. I'm trying to see if there's anything that I'm familiar with, or I've seen when I've watched a couple of duels. but I'm not seeing much at all. And so the only one I'm really familiar with is Trickstar's. Cynet Storm, that sounds familiar. I think I've heard of that. It looks familiar as well. Altergeist, that looks kind of cool. Oh, Salamangreat, I think I've heard of them too. Red Reboot, that's another card I think I've heard of as well. It's gonna be fun actually trying to learn all these new cards. Trickstar. Honeybot, that looks cool, that Honeybot. Still nothing that's really popping up as me as like, hey, I should recognize this card. I do know that the Salamangreats, I think, is a current meta deck, or was a current meta deck, I can't remember, but I do know that was an archetype that was talked about quite a bit for competitive. Triple Burst Dragon, kind of looks cool as well. Datacorn looks cute. World Legacy, I'm trying to remember if someone actually mentioned I should use that, or if that's a different archetype I'm thinking of. Another one of those cards, so that's 2 right there, that's kind of handy. Alright, we're up to 150 so far, so we're nearly halfway through the booster pack. I'm trying to think where about Gookie the Great Ogre. Well, at least this is giving me a couple of more extra Link Monster options. Xcode Talker, Dragonet. I think that's a card that's come up before too, Dragonet. In one of the decks, I think it mentioned that I could run that as a get out some Link Monsters. Nightmare Goblin. I wonder if Firewall Dragon's in this one, considering like what happened to that in competitive. One of the first protagonists' signature cards to be banned. And probably never coming off that ban list either, from what I'm hearing, unless it gets like a massive errata. Still nothing really popping out at me. Trickstar, okay, well, I guess I could look into Trickstar deck. As I said, it's about the only archetype really that's sticking out as me that I'm actually familiar with. World Legacy might be another one I could look at this rate too. Subterra Behemoth Fiendus? It's Charlie, what? I'm already overwhelmed by like how Link Monsters work. Salamangreat? Or I can go to Salamangreats as well. I will admit they did look kind of cool when I was watching all those duels. But yeah, just the fact like keeping the Link mechanic in mind when I do this part of the campaign, and then learning all these new cards as well, it's gonna be like, my brain! My newbie brain won't be able to keep up with this. Alright, we'll go for a little bit longer. I don't want to make this go for too long though. Nightmare Unicorn, Vector Scare Archfiend. Alright, so I might just go to like 200 or something like that. That looks cool. Looks kind of cute actually. Oh, I'm already up to 200. Well, I would like to say 250. As I said, just to kind of make up for not having a couple of episodes. Mini Boral Dragon, that looks kind of cool. Oops, I forgot to hit the A button. Another World Legacy, Trickstar. 207, I might cut it off at 220. At least then that's a decent start. Nightmare Unicorn, excuse me. Orchestrated Barbell. Air Cracking Storm. That Honeybot, as I said, still looks pretty cool though. Fire Prison, Cyburst Witch, Ultrageist. That sounds like another archetype. Could even look into that. Ultrageist sounds pretty cool. Spellcaster as well. I'm trying to think, now that I've said that out loud, Ultrageist, that may have come out at some point as well. As needed maybe for Dark Magician deck, I think? Ultrageist? Could be wrong, but I think that's the only time I've heard of Ultrageist. Trickstar Reincarnation. Oh, there we go, there's 221. I was like, I could keep going further. I've got plenty of jewel points to spare. Ah, heck it, let's even get to 230. At this rate, I probably should be able to. Salamangreat Heat Leo. Crawler Axon. Ultrageist. Oh, that Ultrageist looks cool. What the hell is that? And that looks cool. Topologic Gunblade Dragon. Sniffer Dragon. Sniffer Dragon looks kind of cool. 224. Beauregard Dragon. No, is it Beauregard or is it Boros Swan Dragon? I think that might be the one. Or is it another Boral? I think it is Boros Swan Dragon I'm thinking of. That's the really good one. That's a big name. And I'm not even gonna... oh, there we go, there's 230. Well, I can't keep extending it, so I'm gonna leave it there. That should cover enough reigns for now, at least. So when we come back, we can get up to 300. I just had to kind of adjust a little bit because there's more cards in this one. All I know for Vrains is Playmaker is the main protagonist, and that's it. That's all I know for Vrains. As I said, I would love to have done more commentary, but Vrains in itself is going to be like basically the most blind part of this playthrough because I know nothing about the anime, don't know much about the monsters at all, the archetypes featured in it. So that's going to be very interesting. So as I said, we're going to have GX Duelist challenges in the next episode, and then the episode after that will be Vrains, and then after that, basically what I'm saying is there's 2 episodes left, and then I go put the series on hiatus for a little bit. So anyways, yeah, just to wrap up again, this series won't be returning until December, after Sword and Shield's coverage, and then 2 episodes, and then Duelist of the Roses, basically. Oh yeah, that's pretty simple. Anyways, until then, if you are playing Sword and Shield, hope you guys enjoyed that. I will be doing, as I don't really need to explain that, you guys already know I'm going to cover it. Hope you guys enjoyed that. So yeah, until December, this is Lady KrimZen saying ciao for now, but not forever. Ciao!